simmer down a little bit here. Get all my stuff going. All right. So those of you who are on the webinar, can you see my screen? Give me a yes in the comments if you can see my screen so that I can be sure that we are good to go. And that's my playback. Hold on. There we go. Got to mute myself there. All right. What do we got? Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Okay. We are recording. We are live streaming. All right. We are good to go. Here we go. The only thing I have left to do is that and share on IG. Okay, so we are talking today about 3 strategic ways to burn fat and build curves in all the right places just in time for summer. And a little side note on that, I am not only going to teach you how to do this stuff just in time for summer, but I'm going to teach you habits that you're going to be able to use long term, so well beyond summer. So we can get you looking and feeling amazing in a couple months. But that's not even the tip of the iceberg compared to what we can do months after if you keep these healthy habits going. So in the next hour or so, you're going to learn how to build fat. I keep saying that, how to burn fat and build muscle by learning exactly what to eat and not eat in order to get the results you're chasing. So I'm going to take out all the guesswork there. You're going to learn how to exercise to get that tight, toned body that's beach body ready year round. So you don't have to worry about fitting into your bikini, fitting into your shorts, fitting into your jeans, fitting into that dress. You'll be good to go all year round. And lastly, I'm going to talk about how lack of sleep and living in a high stress state negatively affects your physique goals. So if you looked at the info page for this webinar, I said that there are 2 things that most coaches and programs don't address. And sleep and stress are those 2 things. So before we get started, I want you guys to shut off all the distractions. Close out of Facebook, shut off your cell phone unless you're watching this on your cell phone, shut off the TV. I just want you to focus on this because I'm going to give you a lot of good info here and I don't want you to miss it. Also be sure, if you can, take out a piece of paper and a pen because you're going to want to take notes. There will be a replay, but now that you have me here live, I want you to get all the information that you can out of this. So go ahead, grab a piece of paper and a pen so that we can take notes. So who am I? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lauren Bradley. I'm the founder of FueledPhysique.com. I'm the one running this webinar. I've been a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and a nutritionist since 2007. I got my degree from Keene State College in 2007, and I'm a certified holistic health coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So this is the best part. So what do I love? So this is my little family here. So you have Dan in the back, my new fiance. We got engaged at the beginning of the month, which is very exciting. Then we have our dog Candy, who we adopted in November, who I am just crazy in love with, which was a surprise to me because I wasn't really like super excited about getting a dog. And then we got her and I was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing ever. And then of course we have my cat, Turtle. And it's so funny, whenever I talk about Turtle and Candy, I always call Candy ours and Turtle mine. So I just love her. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see Turtle Tuesday every Tuesday showing her little tube, which is nicely depicted in that picture there. So what else? I love lifting weights and I want to get all of my clients, everybody who reads my stuff, to start lifting weights. Why? Because not only does it change your body really fast and give you that tight toned muscular look, but it's amazing what it does for your mind as well. Super good for stress relief. I used to be a cardio junkie. I was running all the time. I was taking spin classes. I was doing all of this stuff. And then once I found strength training, I never looked back. I'm also a huge Michael Jackson fan. So as I stand here right now, I'm like surrounded by him. So not only is he on my screen right here, I have a big poster of him here, which you'll see in my Facebook Lives when I'm sitting at my desk. And then I have my Michael Jackson calendar over to my left here. Get one of those every year. Can't remember the last time I didn't have one. Love him so much. I've loved him since I was like 5 years old. I have a huge sweet tooth. I love donuts. I love cookies. I love candy. I love all of it. What I love most of all, though, is that I have found a way to balance that sweet tooth with healthier meals. I used to, if you've read any of my blogs, emails, social media posts, I used to struggle with binge eating pretty badly, pretty severely, because it was like when I had a sweet, I thought, number one, I thought I couldn't stop once I started. And number two, I thought, well, the day's ruined, so I might as well just go all out. So I would literally get like a package of Munchkins and eat them all instead of just having a couple. And of course, I'd feel like crap. So what I love about this is that I have been able to find a way to balance the sweet tooth that I have with the healthier meals. And I do not cook. I don't like to cook. I do not like to spend a lot of money on food, so I do it on a budget, and it works really, really well. So what I want you to do now is put everything down, unless you're driving. I want you to take out that piece of paper and your pen, and I want you to close your eyes for me. I'm going to kind of paint a little picture for you here. So I want you to close your eyes, just get really quiet, and I want you to imagine what it would feel like waking up in the morning knowing exactly how to eat and exercise to reach your goals. So what would that feel like to take the guesswork out, to just know what to do, to just have it come naturally to you and to not have to think about it all the time? How would it feel being completely in control and finally getting consistent with your nutrition and exercise habits? So no more on the wagon, off the wagon, on the horse, off the horse. In control, out of control. You're just consistently in that good space. Can you imagine not feeling the stress and overwhelm that so often comes along with trying to change your body? So how much should I exercise? What kind of exercise should I do? What should I eat? How much should I eat? All of those questions would be answered. How would that feel? And then lastly, what about having an exact personalized game plan to help you stay on track with reaching your goals? So go ahead and open your eyes. Take out that pen and that piece of paper and write down how that would feel. I can imagine, and I know from experience, that there's no feeling like it. Less stress, more energy, more excited to work out, more excited to eat food that is going to energize you. It's just going to feel, take that overwhelm away, and you're going to feel like, finally, I've got this, and I don't have to think about it all the time. I don't have to obsess about it all the time. So I want you to write those feelings, your feelings, down. So we're going to get into it. 3 ways to help you burn fat and build curves. So what are they? Number 1, nutrition. Less processed and packaged foods and more protein and produce. Really no surprise there, but we're going to dig into that a little bit deeper. We're going to dig into all these a little bit deeper. Number 2, implement strength training with a specific focus on the areas you want to build. So if you want a little booty, you focus on the booty. If you want nice shoulders, you focus on the shoulders. And number 3, make sleep and stress management top priority. And now that I'm doing this live, I realize that I should have flipped number 3 to make it number 1, because stress and sleep are so important when it comes to fat loss. So we're going to get into these all a little bit more. So less packaged and processed. So packaged foods like donuts, like cookies, like chips and crackers and all of that stuff, loaded with sugar, sodium, artificial sweeteners, low in fiber, high in fat, and can increase food cravings. So I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was Brooke Castillo, the Life Coach School podcast. And she was saying how some foods will trigger us to want to eat more. So even me just looking at that donut in the bottom left corner, I'm like, give me that donut. It's so good. You can tell. So what she said is that when we have cravings for foods or when we eat sweet foods and we want more, she likened it to a little toddler in the grocery store throwing a temper tantrum because it wants a treat. So we have 2 options. We can either give the toddler the treat and let it be quiet, or we can let it throw the temper tantrum and learn that just because you're yelling, screaming, crying loudly doesn't mean that you get the treat. So that's what she said our cravings were like. So if we, every time we have a craving for a donut or a cookie or chips, every time we satisfy that craving, it's like satisfying that toddler. So we'll start to scream louder and louder and louder just to get that satisfaction from the treat. And I just thought that was a really interesting kind of link there. But the reason why we don't want to eat a lot of this stuff, obviously, is because it's high in calories. It is like junk food, empty calories, all of that stuff. Not to say that we can never eat these foods. You guys know that I am all about moderation and balance and fitting it in, like I said in the beginning. But if a lot of our foods are processed and packaged, we got to flip it for more protein and produce. So why protein and produce? Specifically veggies. Both keep us fuller for longer. Protein, because it takes a long time to digest and break down in our bodies, longer than any other macronutrient. And also because veggies have a high water and fiber content, so they'll keep us satisfied for a lot longer than if we have like a plate of rice and an egg or something like that. We want to fill up that plate with starchy green veggies. They'll help us save calories because they help us stay fuller for longer, and they help keep our blood sugar stable. So what that means is if we have a nice meal of protein and veggies and maybe a little starch and fat at lunch, it's going to carry us through the afternoon. So we're not going to feel that 2 to 3 p.m. crash that a lot of us feel because we had that nice solid lunch. We're not going to be running to the vending machine or running to the cabinets to see what we can get. We're going to feel totally satisfied. Protein also helps to repair and regrow muscles, which is really important when we are strength training to build those curves that we want to build. So number 2, strength training. These are all the benefits of strength training. And I know a lot of people have a huge barrier to strength training because they don't know what to do when they get into the gym, or it's uncomfortable and it's unknown. I'm going to give you an offer at the end to kind of clear this up for you and make it a lot easier. So we want to strength train for all of these reasons here. These are benefits that we just don't get from cardio. So while we can't spot reduce, we can focus on specific body parts to build up. So what I mean by that is we can't say, like someone can't come to me and say, Lauren, I just want to lose belly fat, so let's just do a bunch of crunches and ab work. It doesn't work like that. It'd be great if it did, but it doesn't. We really have to take a whole body approach here. But like I said in the beginning, if you want to build a little booty, if you want bigger legs, arms, whatever that is, you can focus on specific areas and build muscle in that area. And as long as that is coupled with a caloric deficit, as long as you're eating for fat loss, that body part's just going to start looking better and better and better. Obviously, it's ideal to take a whole body approach, but at the very least, you can focus on your favorite areas to train. So what about cardio? Cardio, to me, is not necessary to reach these goals. Why? Because it doesn't really do all that much for us in terms of fat loss and building curves. Cardio, like sprinting and interval training, for sure. A couple spin classes a week, absolutely. But plugging away on that elliptical at a steady state, or running on the treadmill at a steady state, as soon as you hop off of that machine, your body's done burning calories, your workout's done. With strength training and interval training, your body's burning calories at an elevated state for long after your workout is done. So for cardio, I definitely recommend HIIT. Keep it short and sweet, 20 to 25 minutes, and done. But prioritize strength training. All right, here's the big one. Increase sleep and reduce stress. Lack of sleep means all of these things. So increased levels of cortisol, which is our stress hormone, which is a fat storing hormone. The more of that we have circulating through our body, the worse we feel and the worse we're going to look. Increases carb cravings. So if you notice, nights where you don't get a lot of sleep, you're going to be craving foods like donuts and cookies and bread and all that stuff. Why? Because our body's looking for that quick fix. It's looking for that boost in energy to get it going because it didn't get enough sleep the night before. So if we're in a constant state of running low on sleep, our cravings are going to go through the roof, and especially if we're satisfying them every time, if we're satisfying that crying toddler, we are setting ourselves up for not fat loss, but fat gain. And then lastly, it makes exercise feel like a chore, doesn't it? Like when you get a crappy night's sleep, or if you don't eat well the night before, if you have too many glasses of wine the night before, the last thing you want to do is exercise. It happens to me too. This happened to me a couple days ago. I did not feel like exercising because I slept like crap. So my workout wasn't that great. High stress, very similar. So fight or flight. Our body's in this constant high stress state. So we have adrenaline, epinephrine, norepinephrine, cortisol, all shooting through our body. And our hormones are just going crazy, which doesn't give us a fighting chance at losing fat. It can lead to emotional eating. So, you know, if you're sad, if you're anxious, if you're stressed, the chances of sitting on the couch with a pint of Ben & Jerry's and going to town on it, and before you know it, it's even gone, it's totally, you ate it all, is much more likely if we're high stress state. Decreased physical activity and weight gain. So a lot like sleep. And low sleep is pretty much directly linked to increased stress. We just can't handle stuff as well if we're not getting our rest. So to review those three: less processed and packaged, more protein and produce, implement strength training as much as you can, and make sleep and stress management a top priority. So I just want to check in to see if we have any questions. Oh boy. Do you guys get it? You didn't see any of those? Let me know if you can see that, because I will go back and do this whole thing again. First one, that's it? Still? Dang, yo. All right, hold on. We're just going to do it again then. But we'll go through it fast since you guys already have all of the thanks, Kate. But I want you guys to see these. You know what I'll do? Since it's not freaking working, I'm glad that you guys can hear me though. This is so weird. All right, can you? Yeah, so what I'll do later, guys, is I'll send you all the slides. Since you already have all the information, I'll send you all the slides. And I'll just keep it going like this. And if we have to, I wonder why that's happening. That's a bummer. So weird. Anyway, well, I'm gonna keep going. I'll send you the slides later, and I'll try to figure this out. Kind of sucks. But are we cool to keep going even though you guys can't see the slides? Just give me a yes. This is a bummer. Okay. All right, let me actually, Jess, that's a good idea. So I'm gonna unshare, so you're gonna lose your screen for a minute. And there I am. And then let me share again. All right, how does this look? What are you seeing now? So glad you guys are so nice to me about my tech issues. I have to like start saying prayers to the tech gods because tech has not been on my side lately. Oh, good. So now you can see it. Perfect. All right. I'm thinking that there's not much that you didn't see that you need to. So we're going to keep going, and I'm going to send you this stuff. I'm going to send you the slides after, okay? Since you were all so fantastic in taking notes. Okay, perfect. So we just talked about the strength training, what you need to do. We talked about nutrition, what you need to do, all of that stuff. So how do we implement this, right? Because that's the hard part. At the end of the day, we know what to do. We just don't know how the heck we're supposed to do it. So I have an offer for you. And if you want to hear it, give me a yes in the comments. If you're watching me on Instagram, these guys don't even know the difference on Instagram. They couldn't see the slides the whole time. So if you want to see what I have for you, just hit yes in the chat because I am super excited to bring this to you. My girls, I love you guys so much. You're amazing. This is why I do this stuff. I just love you guys. So, Living Lean Lifestyle Club. This is my monthly membership group, and it is open for enrollment, and I want to give you guys a highly discounted link to join. I'm going to go over exactly what this is, what it looks like, why you should be there, or why you shouldn't be there, because it's definitely not for everybody. So Living Lean Lifestyle Club is a monthly membership club for women who want to reach their fat loss, fitness, or nutrition goals, but just need a little guidance along the way. So this group is fantastic for people who need some accountability, who need a little coaching, but don't need so much of that like one-on-one FaceTime with me. The group is about learning and implementing simple, sane strategies so you can have a successful, enjoyable, and sustainable lean lifestyle. And you're gonna hear from one of my Living Lean Lifestyle Club girls in a second that really summarizes what this group is all about. It's amazing. So if you thrive in an empowering and supportive environment and are sick of the struggle and going in alone, Living Lean Lifestyle Club is for you. So I will tell you right now that this group is great for people who are active on social media, active on Facebook, because it's run in a private Facebook group. So if you can commit to logging into Facebook once a day for a couple minutes just to check in, it's good for you. I'm in there 5 days a week, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, because when I get those notifications on my phone that my girls need me, I can't leave them hanging. But I'm posting in there at least 5 days a week, asking you to check in, asking you to set goals, asking you what's going well, what are you struggling with, answering your questions so that you can get the coaching that you're paying for. Every month we have a theme, a different theme, because I want to keep this fun and interesting for people. So our theme for April is Fat Loss Quick Start and a Butts and Guts Challenge. So the Fat Loss Quick Start, I developed a brand new Quick Start guide that is only for Living Lean Lifestyle Club members. These are the only people getting access to this. And what it does is it goes through nutrition, fitness, and mindset, and it gives you a step-by-step guide of exactly what to do to reach your fat loss goals. If you do everything that's in that guide, and it is by no means overhauling your lifestyle, but if you do everything that's in that guide, you're gonna have a really successful fat loss journey. On top of that, I'm coming into the group at least once a week to do a workout with you guys, so a butts and guts workout and a shoulder workout. And then afterwards, we'll hang out, we'll chat a little bit. I'll answer all of your questions live in real time, so we get that FaceTime in the group setting. So this is really like getting personalized coaching in a group setting. So this is my girl, Crystal. So Crystal joined Living Lean Lifestyle Club back in June when I first started. And she is a friend of mine from back home. And, you know, we kind of, you know, after like we all moved, she had kids and all this stuff, we kind of lost touch. So when she signed up for my program, I was like, that's so sweet. Like, that's really cute. My friend is supporting me. I love it. Little did I know that she was going to get freaking crazy results. So between June and December, she lost 30 pounds. She's currently in the smallest size that she's been in her adult life. She's actually back to the size she was in 7th grade. I mean, I cannot believe it. But she did the work. So she didn't just sign up for the program and sit back and hope for stuff to happen. She was answering my posts in the group. She was asking for coaching when she needs it. She goes to the gym 5 days a week, and when she travels, she brings little dumbbells with her so she can get her workouts in while she's traveling. So she's dedicated, she's serious. That's what it takes to get results. I mean, no matter if it's this group or something else, you have to be dedicated, you have to be willing to do the work. So I want you to hear what Crystal has to say about her experience. So that is my girl, Crystal. I hope you guys were able to hear that. You know, and you know what I'm gonna do when I send you guys the slides? This is a disaster. It's actually not that bad. When I send you guys the slides, I'm gonna send you this video too, because it's really, really good. You don't wanna miss what she has to say. But basically what she's saying is that we're not about meal plans. We're not about counting calories, tracking food, counting points. It's just coming up with a sustainable way to reach your fat loss goals. And that looks different for everybody. So some people do really well with tracking. Some people do really well with meal plans. But this isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. Like I always say to my people, you are 1 in a million, you're not one of millions. So these diets that are made to reach the masses, that's not what we do. It's 100% individualized for you, because that's how you're gonna be successful on this, in any program, really. Okay, so let's kind of reflect a little bit. So in the beginning, when I had you write down those feelings about how you would feel having the plan, not stressing, taking out the overwhelm, all that stuff, look at that list. And if you're live on the webinar, and if you're live on Instagram, share with me what you wrote on that paper. So what kind of feelings did you come up with? What would it feel like for you to have the plan, to know exactly what to do, to take out all the guesswork out of this stuff? So read that, and that will be you 3 months from now. So you can be a mindful eater. You can have a personalized strategy that I will make for you personally. You'll know exactly what to do next and why, because in this group, we don't stop setting goals. We keep setting goals every single week, and every single quarter, we set new ones as well. So if you are sick of struggling, not knowing what to do next, sick of spending all your money on these crazy foods and diets and supplements, and you'd rather use that extra money for healthy foods and self-care, Living Lean Lifestyle Club is a great fit for you. Because you are on this webinar, the 9 of you that are on here live and everybody else who signed up, you get some bonuses. So the first 5 people who sign up on this webinar are going to receive text access to me for 1 month. And this is invaluable, because this is great for when, like, you're going out to dinner and you don't know what to order. You send me the menu and we figure it out together. Or if you don't want to get up off the couch to go work out, you shoot me a text. I'm really not motivated. We'll talk about it. If you overeat one day and you're like, I don't know what happened, we talk about it. So you'll have me at your fingertips to troubleshoot for your first month of this journey. This is hands down the best bonus that I could ever give you. You're getting my personal phone number, and we're going to be in direct contact with each other for a whole month, plus the group stuff. You also get a free copy of Metabolic Meltdown. So Metabolic Meltdown is a workout program that I created. It's 49 workouts that are 20 minutes or less that require just body weight or dumbbells. So you can do them at home. You can do them at the gym. You can do them when you're on vacation. You're going to get this on top of the workouts that you get from joining Living Lean Lifestyle Club. You get 4 workouts a month in that group. And then lastly, you're going to get a 45-minute onboarding call with me. So we are going to get on a video chat that will work. And we're going to go through your struggles, why you haven't reached your goals yet, the stories you're telling yourself, how you're holding yourself back. We're going to dissect all of that stuff. And then we're going to create a plan for you that's going to send you on your way so that you have a successful fat loss journey in this group. This is the really fun part too. We get a lot of FaceTime there. So if you are ready to join, if you're ready to be one of those 5 people who get the bonuses, here's where we do it. So you can sign up and pay per month, or you can really commit to it for 6 months at a time. The cost is $35 a month if you pay monthly, which is a freaking steal. If you want to commit to the 6 months, it's $179 one payment. It's usually $49 a month to be in the group, and it's usually $279 for the 6 months. So you're getting a huge deal here. If you're ready to commit to the program, you can choose your option here. You can choose the $35 a month, or you can choose the $179. If you click on these pictures, it will send you right to PayPal. You can grab your spot. If you want to learn more about the program before you commit, click where it says fueledphysique.com/livinglean-2, and that will bring you to the info page on the program. It will tell you everything that you need to know. Crystal's video is up there too, so you'll definitely be able to see it and hear it there. And now I want to open it up for any questions. So this can be questions about the program. This can be questions about fitness, about nutrition, about anything. So what questions do you guys have for me right now? If any at all. So you will stay locked into, no, it's not. Kate, what does that mean? No, it's not. Now I'm paranoid that things just keep going wrong. You'll stay locked into, oh, thank you. Thanks, boo-boo. You'll stay locked into that $35 a month for as long as you are in the program. So if you, and that's the nice thing about the program too, is you can come and go as you want. You can stay for a few months, and once you get everything out of it, you're good to go. Or you can stay in long term. Totally up to you. So I want you guys to really think about if this is right for you. If you have any questions after you've kind of like digested all of this information, let me know. And I'm going to send you at 8:30, so in just about a half hour, I'm going to send you the link to this stuff. So the link to both of those discounted codes and the info page so that you can really take a good look at it. If you go on the info page, and this is for people on the webinar, if you go to the info page, you're going to see a higher price than what I'm offering you. So be sure that you buy through the email to get your discount for being on the webinar. So if there are no questions, we are good to go. So thank you all for being here. Loved having you. Again, I apologize about the slides, but I will get those to you as soon as possible. I'll actually attach them to the email that I'm sending out later. And that's all we got. So thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your patience as always. And we will talk soon. Bye, Diamond. Bye, Jess. Bye, Kate. Bye, girls. Thanks for being here. We will chat soon, I'm sure.